Welcome to our kitchen. Today we prepare an ancient Roman recipe from the 7th book of the Reco Quinaria. We start with ingredients. We need a pork collar, onion, olive oil, garum, dates, black pepper, fennel seeds, and rue. First, we simmer the meat. The cooking time changes depending on the cut and size. With a cut such as pork collar, you can choose to cook it briefly and stop before the meat becomes tough. About 40 minutes for 1 kilo of pork collar. Or you can opt for a long cooking, at least 2 hours, until the meat becomes very tender and almost breaks apart. The author doesn't specify which kind of meat to use for this recipe. However, pork is among the most popular in ancient Rome. If you prefer, use lamb, veal or beef instead. Pork collar is particularly suitable for this kind of preparation, because it's fat and full of flavor, but feel free to follow your taste. Meanwhile, we prepare the sauce. We grind the spices and the dry roux. Add the minced onion and the date, and dilute with garum and olive oil. The author of the Reco Quinaria doesn't provide the ratio among the ingredients, so it is up to our taste. We used about 2 pinches of pepper and fennel, a few rue leaves, 1 date, a quarter of an onion, and 1 generous tablespoon of garum and olive oil. If you choose a leaner cut, we suggest using less onion and a bit more olive oil. We suggest trying the sauce and adjusting the quantity of the ingredients to your taste. For this recipe, the author recommends dry roux. Roux is one of the most used herbs in the antiquity, but may be difficult to buy. In Italy, it grows wild in many regions, but we keep some plants in our garden anyway. Recently, we found a lot of roux when we were hiking in the Apennines, but we are not always so lucky. If you want to grow roux, the best way is to buy a plant in a garden shop, but it may be cultivated from seed. Roux is an aromatic herb with a peculiar and slightly bitter aroma, quite difficult to substitute. If you don't have it, the best way is to find another herb that pairs well with the other ingredients. In this case, a good pairing may be oregano, marjoram, thyme or savory. If you prefer, use long pepper instead of black pepper, more expensive but very appreciated by ancient Romans. To know more about ancient food, check out our book, Ancient Roman Cooking, on Amazon, available in English and Italian, or our Patreon page, in which you find the translation of the first 5 books of the Reco Quinaria, in addition to other translations of historical sources and articles about ancient and medieval food. If you are interested in the passage between ancient and medieval cuisine, we recommend our new book, De Observatione Ciborum, Early Medieval Recipes at the Court of the Franks, with the translation of a book dating back to the 6th century. If you want to know more about late medieval cuisine, read Registrum Cucuine, a medieval cookbook, in which you find the translation of a source written in the 15th century. To support our work, you can also buy us a beer or purchase our merchandise. You find all the links in the description below. The meat turned out spicy and intense, with the flavors well balanced by the sweetness of the date, enhanced by the fennel seeds, and the complex sapidity of garum. Few ingredients, but mixed with the great culinary skills typical of ancient Romans. This dish makes a great main course for an ancient banquet, good both hot and cold. We recommend serving it with a good salad, for instance lettuce or cucumber salad, or with gourd. You find all the links in the description below. If you're interested in ancient foods and flavors, subscribe our channel and consider supporting us on Patreon.